Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover and us this morning. Today we're making a Clover, apple and pear galette. La galette. Now, a galette is a type of French pastry, I'm learning, that gets draped over a filling made of fruit, sugar and butter. Boom. Actually makes me a little bit emotional. This is the Clover twist, of course, we're putting on it this morning using Clover Classic Fat Spread instead of butter. And I promise you it's going to taste absolutely amazing. It just looks truly phenomenal. Here to show us how to rustle up this rustic winter tart is Teresa, our favourites, because you do bring the sweetness with you. Teresa, this is awesome.
It's beautiful,
it's a pie, but not. It's something dainty,
yes.
It's French, it's gorgeous.
It's a bit more rustic than a regular tart. It's very easy to put together.
Well, I'm glad that's the first box that we need to tick. It needs to be easy. No,
yes,
we want to make, the whole point of us is to provide accessible recipes that have that kind of panache.
That's
this morning
right.
seems to be going on a French tip. But beautiful winter flavors as well.
Yes.
The apple is beautiful in a tart form, and in this way it's going to be elevated to spectacular. So
absolutely.
Get us going. How do we start?
We've got some flour in the bowl. We're going to add some brown sugar and a pinch of salt. This is for our crust now, our very easy
which
crust.
is an important part of this.
Yes.
Obviously, it becomes one of the heroes of the galette. So you really want to make sure that it's rich, it's got a beautiful creamy texture, and I think this is where our fat spread comes to bear.
And I love making galettes because they are rustic. It's a very forgiving pastry. It's not like a tart where you want it perfectly fluted and, you know, you can just kind of be a bit more relaxed with a galette.
And quite a relaxing process creating your
Yes.
pastry as well, just kind of getting in
Just
there,
get into it.
bit of a woosah moment. And obviously using our fat spread here in substitution of our butter, ideal for as an everyday spread. First off, a touch of Clover cream as well, a source of 10 vitamins in the mixer as well. Spread, bake, cook it, use it in your way. It's your kitchen, you have the choice. Your family are going to love the taste of classic fat spread from Clover. Any occasion, especially when we dress it up like this.
So what I'm doing is I'm rubbing some of the Clover fat spread into the flour, and make sure it's chilled or frozen, because that's going to give you a beautiful flaky, crispy pastry, which is what you want with a tart. Once it's all rubbed in, you add a bit of water, give it a good mix, and you'll end up with your dough. And this we've chilled in the fridge for half an hour. Also important to prevent shrinkage. So chilling is important with pastry.
And just chilling in general in the kitchen is important. We
Always important.
We want to relax.
You don't want to be stressed out.
But this is quite a thing. So make sure that the fat spread is chilled. Make sure that the pastry is chilled.
And the chef.
And the chef is chilled. But I think through the process you're going to become pretty relaxed, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that you want to, when you bake something, because there is a sense of achievement. We're kind of intimidated with baking in particular because it often feels more of a science, very precise, that you have to nail every one of the elements of it. So maybe that's where the galette, like you say, is a bit more forgiving. It allows you to express yourself, but you can get creative. Use this as the platform from a flavor perspective.
Totally.
There's something about the apple cinnamon vibe that is just amazing. People are passing out on set because it's just so amazing. That's just from the aromas drifting from our galette.
Right, so what I'm going to do is pop this into our greased tin.
And the thickness of your pastry there is just kind of under 1 centimetre, but you're still giving it a bit of backbone.
I would say about 4 or 5 millimetres is fine. I'm going to cut off some of the excess. And then perhaps you can help me with putting the fruit on top.
Yes.
So this is apples and pears that we've sliced very thinly. They're not pre-cooked, just use them fresh.
And you're going to get the juices of that. So can I just kind of layer them in there?
Pop them in there.
The key word here, if you'd like to create a radis, and you can use seasonal fruits as well. If you want to create a summer galette, you can get just
berries are great in this as well.
Just get in there. I might be being a bit too particular.
It's all good. So layer that on top. Super easy. And then what I'm going to do when that's all in is sprinkle some cinnamon sugar on top.
Oh man, I love it.
Gotta have cinnamon. That's going to caramelize. Fruit's going to go nice and brown.
Leave some to snack on as we progress.
And then what I'm also going to do is put a few cubes of the fat spread on top. Also adds to the colour and the flavour. Pop that on.
It's going to allow that to caramelize on top. Ooh.
And then just gently fold the outside of the pastry in. Just like that. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Give it
No,
a little
you
tuck
almost,
here and
yeah, you
there.
almost want it not to be completely
Exactly,
perfect
I
because
think
it adds to the look of it.
Exactly, that's what you want. Don't forget your egg wash at the end. So put that over your pastry, and then you're going to bake this at 180 degrees for about 30 minutes. 30 to
So
40.
this is also really quick as well.
Yes, and serve it straight from the oven.
Minimal investment, maximum return.
There we go.
And that's ideal.
We've put some caramel sauce on our ready-made example there, which is delicious with the fruit. Absolutely perfect. And that's your
It's a
dessert.
chance to explore your own flavor palette. It is really simple, and I think that's the best part about this recipe. It's take you through a blow by blow how you turn that or these into that. Yeah, it's at its easy.
Feel like making a flaky pastry filled with winter fruit? Well, you can with this Clover, pear and apple galette. And if you're worried, don't be. Making a galette is as easy as pie. Add 150 grams of cubed Clover classic fat spread to 1.5 cups of cake flour. Add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and a pinch of salt. Then, using your hands, combine until you have a breadcrumb texture. Next, add 5 tablespoons of ice-cold water. Then, roll the dough into a ball shape. Wrap in cling film and pop into the fridge for half an hour. Roll the dough into a rough circle and press it into a round baking dish. Arrange thinly sliced apples and pears in the center of the dough, before sprinkling over a 1/4 cup of cinnamon sugar and wrapping the edges of the dough over the fruit. Arrange 60 grams of cubed Clover classic fat spread over the fruit. Then egg wash the edges and sprinkle a 1/4 cup of cinnamon over the dough. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for around 40 minutes and serve with creamy vanilla ice cream and drizzle over some caramel sauce. If you're feeling the winter chill, give this rustic, fruity dessert a try. It's sure to brighten up your day.
Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover, Teresa, myself, and you potentially. You've got to SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 if you'd like this pear and apple galette. It is spectacular. It's too beautiful to cut, so I'm going to wait till the end of the show so our whole crew can have a taste. But you've outdone yourself. This is beautiful. It's a winter warmer, and hopefully that's inspired you to be a bit more brave in your kitchen. If you aren't ready to tackle a pie or a tart, why don't you try a beautiful French-style galette? Your family is going to love you forever. Well done.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.